Good day one and all, I hope you're well. My name is Nick and we're on the Game Boy Advance and we're playing Nascar Heat 2002. Published by Infogrames in 2002 as I mentioned there, and developed by Crawfish Interactive. It's based on the NASCAR series, it's fully licensed, so you race against, well, a maximum of 24 cars. There's 6 player modes, including a career mode. And it's 12 real life tracks, also ranging from natural courses to more simpler ovals. There's an option for 4 players via a link cable if you've got that. So let's see how this goes. NASCAR, if you're unfamiliar with that, is a stock car series mainly in the USA. We'll put it to 5 laps. I'm not going to do 100. Game difficulty normal, we'll leave that all the same. And as per usual, just get a bit of a feel for how it plays. We'll go on to arcade mode, so selectable cars at the start are Steve Park, Dale Earnhardt, Kevin Harvick, Dale Jarrett. Now I'm a bit unfamiliar with NASCAR, I'm more into Formula 1 and a little bit Indy cars, so I don't know what the best car is, but hopefully they all perform the same. We've got practice, qualify or race. We'll do practice first of all so I can get used to a bit of how the car handles here. Right, now I'm immediately worried because you can't see much of the track. It's like an isometric view. Yeah, so if you're unfamiliar with the course, it's a bit tricky. So I might be drifting all over the place as I try and learn this. Oval is going to be a bit more straightforward. Yeah, this is going to be a little bit painful. An arrow tells me a little bit what bends are coming up. The track's nice and wide, so that's a positive. But yeah, we really are too close to the action here. Need to be a bit further away, or at least have a map somewhere. Just a minor gripe, but with these like race games, you can only tell really how good it is when you actually get into the race, how easy it is to overtake, and how good the artificial intelligence are. But 2002. Collision detection is everything on this. Now in the more full-length races, like 10 laps and above, you have to come in to refuel the car in the pits, repair damage or change the tyres. On 5 laps I doubt I'll have to do that. Engine sounds are okay without being phenomenal, but I couldn't expect too much more from a handheld there. It's okay, but very, very tricky. Handling isn't too bad. I'm gradually getting used to the lap. Graphics are okay. You have to compare it with things like the Super Sprint. It's more advanced than Super Sprint there, so that's a bit of practice. Bit of a rock music number as we go through. We'll go to qualifying there. Right, here we go. Let's see how good I am. It's hard to know how well I'm doing without seeing the other lap times coming up from the other competitors. But I presume I'm not doing very well, because I don't think that was quite the racing line I took there. Through the sand. Doesn't leave any tyre tracks. A little bit of shadow under the car, which gives it slight depth. Okie dokie. It's a shame that, to my knowledge, that Super Off-Road Racer, Ivan Stewart's didn't come out on the Game Boy Advance. I think that could have worked quite well. On that one you see the whole course at any time. They've gone for bigger sprites on this, but at the sacrifice of not seeing much of the track. So a lot of the corners, if you don't know them, you're taking blind. So a bit like if you're in a night race. So you have to turn even before the corner's actually on the screen, which is a bit awkward. Slowly improving, but very slowly. I think the track after this, track 2, is an oval. So we'll do 2 races, I think, unless they go on forever. I'm car number 1, a nice yellow car. See the time in the bottom left, that'll indicate what our lap time is. But I'm guessing a pole position will be under 30 seconds, and I'm already, well, over it as we hit the finish straight. Will I be at the back, or will I be quicker than anyone? 34.76. Keep a mental record of that, because I'll try and beat it in the race. Yeah, pole's 27.02. I'm right at the back. Yeah, so you're racing 23 other cars, in fact. I'm 6 seconds slower than 23rd. Great. They're always rolling starts in NASCAR, as we're at Hooley Downs, I think that says. Or is it Hotley Downs? Hooley Downs. Sounds funnier. Right, rolling start. So I'm in 24th. Will I see any of the other opponents? I don't know. It'd be good to know, yeah, because you're so close into the action, you can't see anyone else unless you're up alongside them, so you don't see if anyone's behind you. That's a bit of a flaw. So we'd have to say this is more of an arcadey style sort of game. Probably lend itself to an arcade cabinet quite well with a steering wheel there. Yeah, this on a small screen Game Boy Advance, this is a little bit awkward. I want to like this game more, but it's flawed a little bit. It's a shame really, because I think it could have been quite good. Right, so yeah, so turn before I can even see the bend. Yeah, my learning brain is a bit slow. Right, turn. No, I went to turn a bit early there. So you can go quite a bit more quicker by predicting. Yeah, too early again. If you get the racing line here, you can try whiz round. Can't wait to try this out on an oval where it doesn't take much learning, just to see how quick the rest of the opponents are. But I haven't seen 23rd place, and it's quite unlikely I will see 23rd place. Hello. Yeah. I wonder if I'll be lapped. There's only 5 laps, so I doubt I will be lapped. I'm not that bad. But if this was my driving test, I'd probably fail quite badly as we go into the sand. It's quite tempting to slow down and drive around the track the wrong way. But that's what everyone does when they get bored of racing games like this. 35 seconds, 0.8. Am I getting better? Well, not really, Nick. Whoops, onto the grass, but better than before. Onto the grass again. Yeah, because I'm turning ever so slightly late each time. So in essence then in this game all bends really are blind. You have to turn before you can see them. That's pretty basic flaw in racing games, I would have to say. Oh, unlucky Infogrames. Or shall I really blame Crawfish Interactive? They developed this. Right, will I beat 34 seconds? I think I might do. Right, 31.56. Can I do a sub 30 second lap? My inkling is no. Thank goodness I didn't put it on 10 laps, eh? You have to watch all of those. When we get to the oval, which we will get to, hopefully it'll be a bit more exciting. Can you imagine? You can set this to 100 laps. How long would that take? Oops, I am being lapped. There we go. At least we see some other traffic. How easy is it to overtake? Oh, yeah, collision detection's a bit iffy there. Right, 1, 2, 2. It's good that the car's got different designs. That's nice. It is quite colourful once you get in the racing, but they've long passed those people as I'm on my last lap. 32.68. Hey, that's the best I've done that so far. That's probably about the same. A 125 goes through. Yeah, I am quicker than them if I get on the right look. Right, okay, let's try and... The only other like NASCAR game I've sort of reviewed is Days of Thunder on the Commodore Amiga and the ZX Spectrum. They were both hopeless, so this is better than those two. When I looked at this game's review, I was really expecting something like Indie Heat on the Commodore Amiga, which was great. 31.08, that's better, I suppose. Indie Heat on the Commodore Amiga, it's over one screen. It did come out on other systems, so I think it did. I played it on that. It's good. I was hoping for something a bit like that, because this is called NASCAR Heat 2002. We'll jump straight into qualifying on this course. We don't need practice, because as we can all agree, I'm brilliant now. So it's the Darlington Raceway, which is an oval. So although we have to turn before we can see the bends we've established, once I know they're coming up, we should be okay, because it's always going to be, in theory anyway, the same bend. So we're on an oval, which doesn't take any skill really. Just hold on to it. Shouldn't really have to brake, I don't think. Now I should be able to qualify at like 17.04, and I brushed the side a couple of times as I did then. Hopefully I won't be at the back and can get better as the race progresses. Now, I wish I could change it mid-race to 10 laps, because this isn't going to take long to do on 5 laps. And once I get used to it, if it was a longer race, I'd be quite confident of winning. As I mentioned there, I don't think we'll have to do any pit stops in this, it just being 5 laps. Yes, 11th. Pole position was 15.33 by Ricky Rudd. I presume these are all proper racers. Rusty Wallace. I hope his car isn't rusty. Joe Fried. Race. Right, so we're starting from 11th. It'll be a rolling start. Let's see if I can get a bit more play out of this thing. I think if you was going for an isometric racing game, although it's a bit arcadey, select Racing Gears before this one. I have reviewed Racing Gears on the Game Boy Advance. Check out that review if you haven't already done so you can compare the two. Couldn't really call this a simulation, although it is based on NASCARs. Oops. I don't know what those blue flames are coming out outside my car. So we're up into 10th. Should be able to get 9th. 15.88. We're getting quicker. In real life, if I brushed the side of a NASCAR, I think it'd be game over. Let's try and get this 1-2-1 on the inside, whoever that is. I've turned slightly late again. Yeah, the collision detection. I think there's it seems like there's a bit of an invisible box round these cars. It's quite tight, but there's about a few pixels, I think, you come behind, you'll bash into. So, yeah, see, look, so I didn't really hit that car, I hit an invisible box. It is possible to slipstream, apparently, which is very important in ovals, at least. So we're up into 9th. Let's turn a bit earlier here. There we go. Slowly getting it, slowly getting it. That's good, right. But we've only got this lap and the next lap left. Yeah. Go on, man. Ovals are boring once you get used to them. We have got a quick car. Getting on the inside every time. Look at this. They're queuing up to be overtaken. Shame we haven't got about 3 or 4 more laps. I think I'd win this. We're up into 6th from 11th in qualifying. Tough luck 140. Into 5th. Can we get 4th? Can we get 4th? No. 15 seconds. So that would have got pole position in the qualifying. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th. How does that work out on points? Yeah. So, you know, NASCAR Heat, if we go on to the next race. I hope you liked having a look at that. We'll leave that there. It's NASCAR Heat 2002 as it loads up Green Valley. Published by Infogrames in 2002. Developed by Crawfish Interactive. Thanks for watching that one as always. I hope you enjoyed it. Until next time, take great care of yourself and a very fond goodbye.
Goodbye.